Barack Obama, the apparent winner in Missouri. We've used that term twice tonight, both in Missouri or Missouri, depending on which half of the state you're in at the moment. This is not so much political projections, not so much exit polls, but simple mathematics and logic. There are so many votes already officially counted, 98% in among the Democrats, that the odds against, say, the next or the last 6,000 votes all going for one candidate are astronomical. This is essentially a mathematical, okay, I've explained this too much, haven't I? 2% to go, Obama's ahead. We're saying it is a virtual victory already. So that's the way the Democratic field looks tonight. We are awaiting the Democratic results from New Mexico and the Republican results from Alaska. Everything else is already in the books, as a Super Tuesday got right to it, comparatively speaking, given that it's only 47 minutes past 9 o'clock Pacific time. Chuck Todd, NBC News political director, has been in front of the delegate count all night, and this is, although this is not the glamour, yay, win the pennant, throw the flag around kind of thing that the candidates and their spokesmen have been saying all night. This is what counts, Chuck. What's the latest? Well,
it's interesting. We're basically waiting on final counts out of 2 states with the estimates, and that's New Mexico and California. New Mexico, they had a bunch of weather problems. Throw in the fact that apparently they ran out of ballots. It's gonna take all night before we figure out New Mexico, but it appears to be close, and we think we have an idea. So before I got into those counts, the question was, where did it stand? And Obama had approximately 659 delegates to Hillary Clinton's 623. So the question is, what was Clinton going to need to sort of win this idea where she can win the most delegates for the night, and really what's going to happen coming out of California? The Obama people believe she's going to net no more than 15. The Clinton people say, that's not right. We're going to net anywhere from 29 to 34. Well, I had a little fun with this, and I did the math, and I gave the Clintons their 34. I split New Mexico 14-12 in favor of Obama. He seems to win all these semi-caucus states, and it's going to be very close, so you split it 14-12. That gives me, for the night, guys, 841 for Obama, 837 for Clinton. So that's the delegate split that we're looking at, and it could be literally right down the middle. It's at a knife's edge, depending on how well does Clinton do in Los Angeles? Does she win some delegate splits in some Latino districts by bigger numbers than they expected? It really depends on a lot. The Obama people really believe that they are going to end up with the delegate lead tonight, but come on, when you're doing this, and trust me, I think I have my own margin of error here. It ended up a split. We're going to have a split decision tonight. Throw in the super delegates. Clinton does have an advantage there. She's going to be able to come out tomorrow and say, I'm leading in the fight for delegates.
What is the plus or minus in your calculations?
The plus or minus, I feel at this point, because of California, is probably 10 on either side. I mean, depends on what, like I said, the Obama people believe they're going to get as much as 176. They will hold Clinton under 200 delegates out of California. The Clinton people obviously believe they are going to get over 200 delegates. We'll see. So I think that's where my big margin of error in this comes in. But still, when you, okay, go to 10, 847, 831. I mean, this was still a split decision tonight. It really did split right down the middle. They split the swing states, Connecticut and Missouri going in Obama's direction, California and Arizona going in Clinton's direction. It's Pennsylvania, April 22nd. Yes. Indiana is in May 6th. Get ready for Indiana. North Carolina's in May. So, hey, you know.
Denver. Don't forget Denver.
Denver.
That little polling they might do in Denver.
Democrats abroad. The Clinton campaign was telling me they actually did phone banking to America Samoa tonight because they're hoping to get a 2-1 split out of there. So every delegate matters, guys.
So there's the Chuck Todd number for tonight, +4. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, I thought I'd do that. Thought I'd be helpful.
It is guidance. Newsweek's Howard Fineman at our campaign listening post in Washington. One number that is not +4, Howard, money from here on in. Maybe you want to give us the latest on the war chest and the dollars and the groaning coffers.
Sure. But before I do, can I just say that was a tour de force by Chuck.
Yeah.
That is the hardest thing in the world
Yep.
to do. And that's where it's at, but money is also where it's at. Obama's advantage in fundraising is going to continue. I think they're on target, they tell me, to raise as much money in February as they did in January, which could be another $30 million. And they think they've got Hillary Clinton where they want her because of that financial advantage. Because in the states that are coming up, Louisiana, Nebraska, Washington, Chuck knows the list, then the Potomac primary next week, then Wisconsin, and so on down the line, the Obama people are going to have a chance with their financial advantage to buy advertising, to put volunteers in those states, to really organize and focus in a way that in this giant Super Tuesday they could not. Meanwhile, on the Republican side, somebody like Mike Huckabee, who's a few weeks.
All right, well, this begs the question about tonight and Super Tuesday and all the trends that we're suggesting that Obama, as he did in many places, even the ones he did not win, closed considerable gaps. We'll go back to our favorite bone of contention, Massachusetts, where he was polling at 22% before something interesting happened, and then he finished at about 40% tonight. Right. How much time can you buy with how much money? Because clearly, whatever that incredible monetary advantage was, 32 million to 13.5 or so for Clinton in January, it did not buy them enough time in all these critical places tonight where Barack Obama did not vault Hillary Clinton and was able to hold up a prize and say, look, I have taken this, I drink your milkshake, to use the quote from There Will Be Blood. But how much money how much time can you buy with how much money?
Well, you can buy them, especially in the smaller states. What Obama's strategy was tonight, or today, was to use his financial advantage and his organizational grassroots advantage. They've got their own self-made, terrific organization, was to focus on these smaller states and caucus states where some money and some organization from the grassroots up can really get you delegates. I mean, they ended up winning the majority of the states tonight. They won 13 states. Yep. And they get a lot of delegates out of it. Now you spread that out across the country in some of these individual states where they're spaced out 4, 5, 6 days at a time. Obama can pursue that same strategy state by state and place by place. And they're right. Generally speaking, where he has time to get in front of the people, where he has time to advertise and to do the phone banking, he comes on strong. That's what their strategy is. That's what their strategy in the Obama campaign has been all along. And that's what they're going to pursue right now. You know, we've kind of shifted back and forth tonight between looking at Obama's advantages to looking at Hillary holding serve, as Gene Robinson said earlier. I think that was true. But I think in the end, if you look at this, if you look at it carefully, Obama's in quite a good position to take advantage of the next month or so. It's going to be grinding. It's going to be day by day and dollar by dollar. But, you know, he's got a chance to take the delegate lead and pledge delegates if he doesn't already have it tonight as a result of the vote.
I mean, this could look, Howard, like Bobby Kennedy, if you projected his destiny if he had not been assassinated right through 1968 at the convention. Everyone said, our age used to say, well, he'll go to Chicago and he'll beat Humphrey in Chicago, but yet he was fighting on behalf of delegates won in primaries against delegates won by machines in backroom, smoke-filled rooms. But can Barack Obama get these super delegates to vote the way that their states voted?
Well, that's possible. I mean, right now, Hillary has an advantage of 80 or 90 among the super delegates. Don't forget that all members of Congress, Democrats in Congress, are super delegates. That's about 225 or, you know, so he's going to focus on them. He's going to focus on them.
Howard Fineman, great thanks. Sure. We continue to await the results in the New Mexico caucus. We'll have much more right after this break. Again, a Chuck Todd number, 841 projected delegates for Obama, 837 for Clinton. Big night.